such an old misery.
She was sort of using her platform for good at the same time as all the light-hearted stuff that went with it.
Well,
that basically what the optimism. And we do have this issue of trust, and this is a further erosion of trust, isn't it? Because when the government says we're going to do something, then you kind of expect them to be delivered.
One grant.
You know, that we want to be... I know a big chunk of this obviously does, but it was a golden opportunity in a sense to say, right, let's really make a difference to make sure that up and down the country we be reinforcing the fact that masks absolutely have to be worn on public transport.
Absolutely.
Do they need to be looked at? Pandemic exercises that have been done over the years, and the government wasn't sufficiently prepared for a pandemic and was making up what it did on the hoof, essentially.
I mean,
for example, you'll have to show proof that you've had the booster. So it all kind of hangs on that too, doesn't it? Well, now, or in a sense, don't want to go back to that.
I do think government...
We will wait.
Some of those clips, if not the programme.
Hello there, good morning. It's just gone 6:30. Welcome to the programme.
Yeah, great to have you with us this morning. I'm thrilled because we've got our guests in the studio, former Home Secretary Jackie Smith, broadcast to have come modelled as Charlotte. We talked about this yesterday, weren't we, Charlotte, on the programme, The Much and Ellen DeGeneres. It aired... night-time for us yesterday afternoon, it was.
We've been watching it early this morning, and I think that, you know, the big question was, were we going to hear more about the royal family? Were there going to be more in-depth revelations? What exactly was going to be covered? You saw a snapshot of it there in the titles. I think it wasn't quite as we were thinking it would be. But then again, it's, you know, it's an interview on Ellen, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's all going to be nice and light-hearted.
Daytime chat show about Meghan, I guess, exploring a little bit of her personality, telling everybody who she actually is rather than the headlines that we read. We've put together some of the highlights for you, and I know that Ian's
won't take long.
Thoughts. Let's have a look, and then we can discuss further.
Just a little snapshot of the highlights for you. I think the most amusing thing for me was probably watching Ian's, and she said that she's going to do everything she can to make sure that she can...
The generous show is she often does pranks with her guests, a little bit like Ant and Dec do on Saturday Night Takeaway, where they get a celebrity go and do something, and they're instructing the celebrity what to say and what to do. So this is what happened when Meghan was sent out to talk to a food vendor who was unsuspecting of what was going on.
And she had to use exactly Ellen's words.
And Ellen's feeding her through an earpiece and telling her what to do.
Well, she's an
going down well. Complete silence. The Sun says stop milking it, Meg, on their front page. So they're obviously... Yeah,
absolutely. Most of the front pages are dealing with the scaling of HS2. The Mirror this morning, HS2 faced is their front page. 60 times the Tories pledged to complete the high-speed rail link. According to the Mirror, it was a pack of lies. The Eye, undoubtedly, we've got Grant. There's a guy called Hugh Merriman, and interestingly, Jackie, to show
mental impact. But you know, shouldn't we also be wrong track here?
They're talking about doing regional lockdowns at the moment. We have Jackie, lovely to have you. What's coming, including I'm a Celebrity contestants. We've got Caitlyn Jenner. We've got Vernon Kay talking about the celebs going into the castle.
Also talking about loose men.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be on later this morning.
There's a loose man panel, Ian. Have you been asked for the loose men?
For you.
I'm not on those dating apps that you are, Jackie.
I've got the Olympic gold medalist, Adam Peaty. He'll be talking Strictly, but also he's got a book that's talking about resilience, how to make the best out of yourself.
Absolutely. Looking forward to catching up with him. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. Where do you think you might have got had you been given the So Adam Peaty tangoed his way from Tokyo 2020 from the pool to the Strictly dance floor. And although the gladiator mindset studio, good morning. I mean, I've been reading this already, and I'm thinking great things from this. Are you working on your gladiator mindset?
Let me read you out. We're all capable of locating greatness within us and achieving. So I'm thinking, you know, this, by the time I finish reading this, could change my life.
I wish I had that for the jive. Maybe I wouldn't have
physical challenges, and you've always risen to that challenge.
But I'm a process gladiator. I'm like, I didn't know my hip could go that place and then that place, and then also with a smile on my face. And she's like, too much for me. I was in tango.
Do you think so?
And the child.
Because I would just assume, you know, you being an Olympian, that you'd be able to cope with all that kind of thing. But actually, you found it really tough physically as well.
People with the book. So, you know, there's so...
Mum is, because...
on a Saturday night, literally voting so much for me. But, yeah, it's...
Watch you swim, and, of course, they can have no bearing on the result of your swimming, and they can get their friends to vote. And so if you feel like she's not had enough votes, bless her.
Yeah,
I can imagine how hard...
So I hope I don't want that anymore. But moments like this, I think, championships first in Japan, Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. Hopefully, it's going to be an amazing.
Good luck with the book.
And yeah, it looks great. Thank you so much. Morning Britain is back on Monday from 6. Now it's time to join Lorraine.
Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you both so much.
Need a little help.
Oh, don't you worry, my love. This year, nothing's stopping me.